A very good evening and welcome to BeeTv Major News at 6. I am Glorious Isiramen. Now to the news in detail. Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo has encouraged students in Edo State to learn with curiosity, passion and strive for excellence in their academic pursuits. The chairman of State Universal Basic Education Board, SUBEB, Barrister Onome Goodness Briggs, made the position of the governor known while delivering her goodwill message at the distribution of school bags to junior school, secondary school JSS 1 students at St. Maria Goretti Junior Secondary School in Benin City. BeeTv News' Osarugi Agwebo has the details.
The chairman, State Universal Basic Education Board, Barrister Onome Goodness Briggs, who expressed delight, thanked the MTN Foundation for the kind gesture and presentation of school bags to the students. She said the governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, is appreciative of MTN Foundation for the collaboration. She said the kind gesture is a testament to MTN Foundation's commitment to supporting education and empowering young men. The SUBEB chairman said the learning materials will undoubtedly enhance the teaching and learning experiences, providing Edo students with the tools they need to succeed.
These learning materials will undoubtedly enhance the teaching and learning experience, providing our students with the tools they need to succeed. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the MTN Foundation for their investment in our children. Your contribution is a shining example to corporate social responsibility and a demonstration of your organization's dedication to giving back to its community. To our students, this is a message from His Excellency, the Governor of Edo State, Senator Monday Okpebholo, the Executive Governor of Edo State, that he encourages you all to make the most of these resources, to learn with curiosity and passion, and to strive for excellence in all that you do.
Senior Manager, Sales and Distribution at MTN, Alabi Olaniyi, who spoke on behalf of the organization, said the program is designed to empower students with learning materials in order to support and prepare them for success. He noted that his organization will continue to support all education-related activities so as to promote the development of the sector. Olaniyi handed over the learning materials to the management of the school for onward transfer to the students.
We're happy to be here this morning, and I'm also happy to be in front of everyone of you listeners. It's always a privilege and refreshing time for us to appear in the presence of the leaders of tomorrow.
For choosing our school as one of the schools in Edo State to get or benefit from these learning materials. Our proper gratitude goes to our Executive Chairman, Mrs. Briggs, who deemed it necessary to come here today to be with us.
The high point of the event was the distribution of bags to some of the students by the chairman of SUBEB, Barrister Briggs. The principal of the school, Mrs. Dora Unayeme, thanked the donor for choosing St. Maria Goretti Junior Secondary School to benefit from the gesture. The beneficiaries thank Governor Monday Okpebholo for his friendly educational policy that is improving education in the state. Osarugi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
The State Secondary Education Board Chairman, Sonia Omozane Ebanehita, has held a meeting with principals of various secondary schools in Benin. The meeting, which was held at Idia College, was to formally intimate the principals on some reforms that will be implemented in secondary schools through the education transformation drive of the Governor Monday Okpebholo administration in the state. The report is presented by Freeman Osawe.
The meeting, which had secondary school principals from various local governments in Edo South, centered on discussions of welfare for secondary schools in the state and promotion as at when due and employment. In a remark, the State Secondary Education Board Chairman Omozin Ebayenita Sonia acknowledged Governor Mondo Okpebholo's commitment to education is one of the reasons the meeting was called and that it is no longer business as usual. She added that principals of schools should know their functions so as to put into shape their respective schools, while emphasizing that promotion of principals will now be based on seniority and not otherwise, including implementation of promotions without delay.
I brought us back to remind us of what we all know a school principal to be. Also, I know that to be a school principal, you all obviously has put in a good number of years in school service. So I have not invited you here to lecture you on what you already know, but to admonize you to do what you already know. More effective implementations of educational policies and more proficient maintenance of the safe and productive environment. Henceforth, coming to school late and absenteeism will not be tolerated. I want to use this opportunity to promise that appointment of executive principal will be based on seniority.
On their part, some principals used the opportunity to list some of the critical challenges they are facing in their respective schools, such as decaying infrastructure, inadequate teaching staffs, no implementation of promotions, amongst others.
Man, you spoke about everything, but you didn't talk about employment. That is the problem in SSCB, the most problem we have. Then we have Edo staff whose issue is on ground. They are like town board in the school. They keep complaining. If you give them work, they will tell you they will do 77,000 work and leave the rest.
I had people mention some issues in the school, and an aspect that makes me bleed in my hands, the science world. For every principal here, I can have this level principal who will confidently raise his or her hand and tell us they have enough physics, chemistry, and biology teachers in various schools. In my school, I don't have physics teacher. I have only one chemistry teacher.
The point that the appeal I'm making in form of companies to beg the board members, to help us beg His Excellency that this employment that we are hoping to give, let's consider our Edo staff fellows. They've been with us. They are already intervening in our schools. Take them away from the schools are empty. Media college is to be happy that they have to permanent teachers. Some of our schools, if you remove the Edo staff fellows, are just teachers with legs.
Responding to their demands, the board chairman assured their challenges will be channeled to the appropriate quarter and will be addressed accordingly.
That of promotion, sir, I believe I've addressed that already. Then for the employment, we will work on that. So, I believe it's not just only your school or those states, we need teachers. So for the staff, we will work on them because they have been there for us.
The board chairman also took a survey on the state of facilities such as ICT center, laboratory, classrooms, and the principal's office at Idia College to familiarize with the academic staffs.
So we now have some reagents and some of the reagents.
There's no vocabulary.
In an interview with BeeTv News, the board chairman, Mrs. Omozin Ebayenita Sonia, and other board members said the meeting was to begin the process of discussing ways secondary education can be better and effective.
It's for us to have introduction, to introduce ourselves to all the principals, to also meet with them as well, and to also tell them what we want in the education system in Edo State. And we are so happy that they were able to identify their major challenge they have, and by special grace of God, we are able to also give them a positive response.
We came here to relate what the governor have told us, that the education before is not very palatable, but his tenure, he will want the teachers to buckle up to make sure they work with the modern technologies.
It's a way to relate the happenings and get familiar with what has been on ground and what they are here to expect.
On the other hand, the principal of Idia College, Mrs. Joan Eimema, thanked the board chairman for the visit and believed that she will take prompt actions in addressing challenges in the school and secondary education generally in the state.
It gives us an avenue to pour out all that we have been battling with. And the chairman, in her wisdom, has also promised us that by God's grace, she will do the needful.
Mrs. Omoze Bainita Sonia is the chairman of the Edo State Secondary Education Board. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
The General Manager of Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency, Usanyamo Agbobasimi, has said his agency will partner with the Advertisement Regulatory Council of Nigeria to ensure that advertising practices in Edo State align with Arkan's regulatory standards. BeeTv News' Osaroge Agbebo reports that Mr. Osanyamo Agbobasimi made the statement when he received the state executives of the Advertisement Regulatory Council of Nigeria, Arkan, and at his office, Palm House on Sapley Road. The report.
How is everything? Sorry for keeping you.
The General Manager of Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency, ESA, Mr. Osanyamo Agbobasimi, in company with executive members of his agency, accorded the executives of the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, Edo State chapter, led by the State Coordinator Akim Ayolola, a warm welcome. In a remark, the Edo State Coordinator, Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria, ACON, Akim Ayolola, said the visit was to seek collaboration with the Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency in a bid to eliminate unprofessional and unwanted outdoor advertising practices in Edo State.
We see some adverts posting in a very abnormal manner. Especially those people that are advertising shoes. They will expose their bodies. They will take that kind of manner of advertisement that is not meant to be consumed by the public. So the glory of God, we are able to reduce it to some certain level because we cannot say this is completely eradicated. We are still having some deviance, so to say, that you see a system doing that, but we are not going to leave them, but still continue to monitor them and ensure that they comply with the regulation of the advertising code. I'm very happy today, especially when I heard that ESA is now established properly in the state. And that gave me joy because this was never used alone. Because having places can recover in a month, that's another they call me. Okay, there is one advice also place and see where is that place again. So I'm very happy that you are the owner of the land and you know every corner of your state. We have observed that all these illicit advertisements or one advertisement that being exposed are probably done by non-practitioners.
The General Manager, Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency, ESA, Mr. Osanyamo Agbobasimi, while responding, said the primary vision of ESA is to promote professionalism in advertising in the state, adding that the agency will collaborate with the Advertising Regulatory Council of Nigeria to ensure that advertising practices in the state align with ACON's regulatory standard. He stressed that only practitioners certified by ACON will henceforth be permitted to practice in the advertising sector.
We have had a meeting with APOSCOM, that's the local outdoor association in the state. We also had a meeting with one here, yes, national body, and we made it very clear. Our first point of action is promoting professionalism And by professionalism, we mean that anybody who is not certified by ACON cannot practice in the business. And to that effect, I think one or two persons have actually come to me to say they're interested in practicing. And I've just told them very clearly, before we let anyone make a conversation, go to ACON. I've given them the two persons your number, and I don't think they called you. So that's even the first thing. You can't even have a conversation without you being ACON certified. So those ones sort of ACON. Why? Because God willing, when I decided to pursue my ACON certification, I never knew I was going to be.
In an interview with BeeTv News, the state coordinator of ACON, Hakeem Ayalola, expressed optimism that unprofessional advertising practices will soon become a thing of the past, following the collaboration with the Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency. Also, the general manager of ESA, Osayamo Agwabasimi, urged members of the public to always patronize ACON certified practitioners.
We are here to pay a courtesy visit to ESA, Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency. It is required by the profession so that you can have a collaboration and you have an understanding of profession very well. So being a new agency, so to say, in Edo State, we need to work together to sanitize Edo State generally. When we are here about 4 or 5 years ago, we saw a lot of abnormalities in outdoor advertising. We are trying to regulate them, and they have been going down gradually. But with the emergence of ESA in Edo State now, I'm very sure that we are going to have a total eradication of unwanted or illegal advertising, especially in outdoor advertisements.
Yes, I want to encourage everyone who cares to hear the sound of my voice, or who patronizes practitioners for outdoor adverts. First of all, make sure that the practitioner you are patronizing is an ACON certified practitioner. He should be able to be a professional indeed. Do not patronize quacks, because at the end of the day, when push comes to shoves, they may not be able to defend their practice. So also ensure that your adverts are ACON vetted.
The general manager of the Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency issued a stern warning to advertising practitioners, stating that any unprofessional outdoor advertisement in the state will be promptly removed. Usarogie Agwebo, reporting for BeeTv News.
Residents in Benin City have raised a concern about the widespread of mentally challenged persons roaming the streets of Benin and environ without proper care from their parents and the government, leading to the littering conditions of these vulnerable citizens in the city of Benin. BeeTv News' Abel Igberase reports that reasons for this outcry is for the government to step in and assist them, taking them off the road.
Now, it's actually one of our duties as citizens of this country to be able to reach out to some of these individuals in any way we can.
The widespread of lunatics roaming the street of Benin City, constituting nuisance, threatening people with matches, stealing clothes from the road is becoming worrisome and a cause for concern. Respondents lament the ordeal to BeeTv News about this development, saying that the government should take them off the street.
You see, mad people for the street of Benin, they don't too many. People, they wonder whether we not get government. You see, say, even mad person if he die for street and nobody care. Mad people, they will dey naked, so embarrassing. And what me even feel be say, most of those mad people that they bring them from other states, they come at those states and not be waiting good for the society at all.
They are out here not because they really want to be, but because they are not sane enough to know that what they are doing is not the right thing. The kind of situation that they are into is actually the right way to live. Now, you bringing up the idea to take them out of the street is actually a great step, because these are individuals that had potentials in them.
I beg, make our state government, our other agencies where they in charge, where they control mad people, make they carry them go psychiatric home, make them fit take care of them. I beg, this one are the work of the government to the people, so that we will live in a better environment and a clean society.
People that are mad, to make sure that they pick them out of the street and take them to psychiatric so that the masses will be happy. I will beg the governor, the able governor, to support the psychiatric for finance.
The Chief Medical Director, Federal Neuropsychiatric Hospital, Benin City, Dr. Imafidon Osama, represented by his assistant, the acting head of clinical services, Dr. Owe Osareti, said the hospital is doing its best to assist affected persons to get their sanity. He said they have twice written to the state government for synergy and collaboration in order to ensure the vulnerable Nigerians are taken off the street, adding that parents and family members should also play their role by advising their children and wants to shun hard drugs.
What is mental illness? When we talk about mental health, we know that there is no health without mental health. Mental health is a state of well-being in which the individual is able to realize his or her own abilities. This is what I can do. He's able to actualize it. Definitely the vagrant on the street is not pursuing his abilities. This individual, mentally healthy. Number two, this individual must be able to cope with the normal stress of everyday life. Living, waking up, and living through the day could be stressful. This individual can work productively in the society, is able to add his own to it, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. When you meet this for criteria, we can see this person is mentally healthy. Why are there so many vagrants in our societies, especially around Ring Road and our streets? In my own experience, practically now, I'm talking to people on the streets. What are the causes? The first thing you realize is the use of drugs, hard drugs, non-recommended drugs. People that smoke cannabis, igbo, weed, they used to hide to smoke. Now they even smoke it in front of police stations. And it's as bad as that. It's even getting to the point where if you don't smoke, they will say you are a Jew guy, you don't know anything. My own challenge to everyone, if we want to first and foremost deal with these vagrants of 18, we have a lot to do in health education concerning psychoactive substance use. We need to educate the society about the dangers of the use of hard drugs. We need to start warning our children, our adolescents, not to start, because it is more dangerous to the adolescent brain. The effect can be lifelong. So a lot of these persons you are seeing on the streets are results of the dangers or consequences of the use of psychoactive substances.
Attempt to reach the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Development, Edo State, Barrister Olabisi Idaomi, for comment was unsuccessful, as she was said to be on other official engagements. The prevalence of mentally challenged persons in the society is such that urgently need the attention of the government, family members, and other well-meaning Nigerians to assist in the area of medication and other needed care to restore their sanity. Ebe Igboraise, reporting for BeeTv News.
Edo State citizens have welcomed the new law enacted by Edo State House of Assembly, sponsored by Governor Monday Okpebholo, relating to cultism in the state. Some respondents who spoke with BeeTv News, Pelumi Mukuru, said the law was long overdue.
There are landlords that are cultists, that use cutlass and sticks to beat their tenants.
The executive bill, which was sent to the State House of Assembly by Edo State Governor Senator Monday Okpebholo, was recently passed into law, prescribing a 21-year prison sentence for cult members and their sponsors. The announcement was made in a statement issued by the Secretary to the State Government, Umar Ikilo, on Tuesday. The newly signed Secret Cult and Similar Activities Prohibition Law 2025 replaces the previous Edo State Secret Cult Prohibition Law 2018, introducing stricter penalties to curb cult-related activities in the state. Commenting on the development, some Edo State residents commended the governor for efforts to combat cultism and urged the government to make sure the law is implemented, while others encouraged the government to tackle unemployment, as they said it is the reason some youth turn to cultism.
I'm just hearing about that verdict now, but it's okay. But those kind of law will bring it to bear, and again, the governor and the politicians, so long they stop using these boys to achieve their aim. Because I think by 2003, courtesy was supposed to be dead after Obasanjo came, but somehow that election 2003, they used courteous people, I know what I'm saying, to fight. So the guys now, they start getting momentum because they can have sponsors through politicians, because without money you cannot strive in criminality. So if the politicians, they are going to leave these guys alone, then that verdict will stand. But if you pass a verdict tomorrow, you are going to use them to fight election, it will not stand.
I would say it is a good thing for the new law that has been put in place, because the situation is getting out of hand. You understand? So I am quite impressed with the new law that the Edo State government has put on ground. So I believe it's going to go a long way to help the youth of Edo State.
It's a welcome development, and I think the government should go a step further. Not just demolishing the house, dealing with those that are sponsoring them. At least those that are sponsoring them, what are they doing for a living? The government should also probe into that aspect, because it's not just destroying, because most of those persons that are into cultism, they are street boys. There's somebody behind them.
It's okay. It all depends on an individual entirely throughout the Edo State people. And not just by saying it, it's by doing it.
Because you want to come out the people who be bad, where they're no good, they want to come out their house. Better make she come, because we don't enter 2005, 25 or 5 where we don't enter now. That's where she don't talk is good.
Other respondents spoke about how the new law will ensure peace and stability in Edo State.
You people should be able to go, or we should also be able to read the government that made this policy, that the tenant should have a written letter, a kind of an undertaking on their document. Any genuine tenant has some documents in his hand, constitution that guide your house. If you don't give a tenant a constitutional books, you have offended that tenant in many things. That is the condition. Do you not use mouth to play condition?
Hearing it from you now is nice, and I think it will reduce the rate of courtesan in Edo State, because it's too much. And also, I want to plead with the government to put more effort on security agencies in Edo State. I believe through that there will be more peace, and this courtesy of a thing.
Edo citizens can be rest assured that Edo State government is poised on tackling the issue of cultism in the state. Balumi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
A fight broke out between thugs loyal to the People's Democratic Party National Secretary Senator Samuel Ayamu and those loyal to his challenger, Honorable Sunday Udo Okoye, after the latter was forced out of the PDP National Executive Committee NEC hall venue of the 79th Board of Trustees meeting. Trouble started when Ayamu's loyalists, who were already seated in the hall, drew the Ahmed Mukafi-led board secretariat to Udo Okoye's presence. They insisted that Udo Okoye should leave because he was not a member of the board. The President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, says Nigeria, as the largest economy in Africa, is ready to engage with the European Free Trade Association after other areas of interest to grow the nation's economy while hosting a delegation in Switzerland. BeeTv News' Esoe Osanege has the details.
Akpabio said the National Assembly is poised to provide a legal framework to enhance innovation through partnership to diversify the economy and create opportunities, saying the expertise of Switzerland in precision engineering would be a boost to the manufacturing and agricultural sector.
Shared commitment to sustainability drives forward thinking solutions for energy and the environment. These are not dreams, but can be the fruits of bold actions if we plant the seeds here today. Nigeria's economy is on a transformative journey under the present leadership of our President, Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Leading the Swiss delegation, Thomas Assi, who is also a member of parliament in Switzerland, expressed confidence that by working together, more areas of collaboration would be identified.
The potential of this country is huge, just looking at its population size. I am convinced that parliamentary diplomacy can help to strengthen ties and relaunch processes for our governments. We are here to lay the groundwork for future possibilities.
In another development, members of the management of the National Assembly Service Commission were also hosted by the leadership of the Senate for improved service in the legislature.
We really need to upgrade our ICT system, both that of the Commission and this of the National Assembly. It's high time, Your Excellency, we start paperless operation. I think we have visited quite a number of countries and they're doing very well, small countries, but doing very well with their ICT.
Specifically, data protection and processing in Nigeria, and with the current economic repositioning towards less dependence on oil and gas to exploring the opportunities digital technologies provide in this new era. One aspect often neglected but now gaining momentum is data protection and privacy. Esoe Osemeki reporting for BeeTv News.
President Bola Tinubu says his administration will accelerate economic diversification through digitalization. This is captured in his renewed hope agenda and has gained better attraction in North Central geopolitical zone with the inauguration of a community ICT center by Nigerian First Lady Oluremi Tinubu. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe has details.
A loud reception by this jubilant crowd aroused the First Lady Oluremi Tinubu into Kwara State as she begins her 3-day walking visit to the state, with many key projects lined up for inauguration. The curtain raiser is a new well-equipped Amina Idalolo ICT Community Center situated at the Kwara State College of Education, Ilorin, which is another fruit of the collaboration between a Renewed Hope Initiative and National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA. Inaugurating the center, the First Lady says investment in digital literacy remains a priority as the knowledge of ICT serves as a significant tool for empowering communities, especially women, enabling them to break traditional barriers and access new opportunities.
Therefore, today's commissioning presents us with another opportunity
under the mandate of the Ministry of the Communication, Innovation and Digital Economy to further expand digital access of our citizens by providing communities with resources they require to develop ICT skills. This center we are commissioning today is the second, while Benue and Oyo centers are ready to be commissioned soon. I urge members of this community to take full ownership of this center. The success of the center depends on your active participation and utilization of the resources available.
This project is not just an investment in infrastructure, but a powerful statement about the essential role of technology in our survival and progress in the digital era.
It is also creating pathways into making Nigeria a digitally empowered nation, as well as fostering a technology-enabled, equitable future for all Nigerians.
We know Nigeria as a nation, our greatest resource is not the mineral underneath us, but it is our human capital.
To further drive women empowerment in the state, the First Lady announced the donation of $50,000 business recapitalization grants to 1,000 petty traders in the state.
Under RHI Agriculture Program, women and young farmers will benefit from the 68.9 million naira Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security Support Grant.
Accompanied by the state governor, the First Lady also paid homage to the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Ibrahim Zul Gambari, at his palace, where she commended the monarch for his support to the current administration while pledging more support. To the monarch expressed confidence. The monarch expressed confidence that the president will not fail Nigerians and prayed for him to succeed at his job. Freeman Osawe reporting for BeeTv News.
Climate Mars experts on climate change calling for collaboration to validate existing legal framework that will lead to model climate change laws for Africa. This was during the three-day validation meeting on strengthening national parliaments for oversight in climate action in the continent, holding at NELI's headquarters in Abuja National Assembly. Defendant the reports. As African countries campaign and advocate solutions to mitigate climate change, experts across Africa coverage in Abuja to validate existing regulations in building resilience for climate change in the continent. They believe that collaborative efforts through the ongoing retreat by experts will provide African countries with opportunities to revisit an existing legal framework, draft more than climate change law, action plan, and adequate implementation to demonstrate best global practices.
Climate change is here and we have to fight it. And there is no way that we can fight without having the necessary legislation to protect our actions.
African countries continue to lag behind. This is largely because African countries participated at COPs as individual nations, rather than as a united bloc.
With the systems in place, that whatever we resolve here today, there will be consultation and follow-ups virtually everywhere.
Experts also highlighted the need to have a second look at other related legislations across other sectors of the economy. They have an impact on climate change in Abuja. Glorious Isiramin reporting for BeeTv News. The cost of hair maintenance has tripled in the spheres of the country and is affecting the average Nigerian budget. And on this issue, those involved in the hair maintenance business, alongside members of the public, have had a lot to say about this. The report. It is becoming more straining to squeeze out from the minimum earnings of many in Nigeria just for the purpose of hair maintenance. As of now, some say the least price to get a good haircut for the men is between 1,000 naira to 1,500 naira. According to some persons, to get a good haircut costs about 3,000 to 4,000 naira in the salon, and yet it is nothing compared to the cost it will take to maintain a woman's hair.
Like before, when you want to buy attachments, like 750 if I didn't mistake when I was learning work, 750. Maybe when you want to do 1-1 or normal weaving, maybe let's just say 1.5 or 1.2. But now if you don't go up to 15,000 or 20, you cannot make your hair.
Everything is cost, because I came back from overseas last 2 weeks. When I go to market, I want to go and buy a Wivon. Before Wivon, you will see it by 3,000, 2,500. But for now, they will say 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 100,000. But it's not good.
To maintain a guy's hair is not that expensive as that of a lady. With 4,000, 5,000, 3,000, you can maintain your hair maybe twice a week, once in 2 weeks. So compared to lady, I don't know how long they carry their hair, but I know that a guy doesn't, in terms of the maintenance of a guy's hair, he doesn't spend that much.
My whole budget for maintaining this recently is 1,500. You get it? To maintain my hair, to barb my hair, for me to look good. On the low, let's assume that I don't want to barb my hair now the way it is. I want to change my beard. It's 500 naira. But if I want to barb my head all the low, with this everything is 2,000. But during before, when I used to barb my hair during the time of 2018, or let me say 2015, I barbed my head 300, 200. You get it? But the way it is, I don't even know where we all are going to.
The issue is also affecting the women folk, as many no longer make their hairs as regularly as they used to do, due to the increase in cost of maintenance. Those dealing in the hair maintenance business also spoke about the conditions of things on their end. They attributed high cost of transportation and other materials is reason for the increase.
Things are increasing daily basis. Even as last year, this thing was sold 2,500, 2,300. To bring good for far to this Benin city, I tell we work carton per carton, they will charge you like 15,000, 60,000, 20,000 for just for a pack, for one carton. February, this month or the 1st of February, the price will be increasing. It's not our fault.
We started with 500 naira. That was 2022, but as the fuel increases, then we increase our barbing price with 8,000 naira. That is 1,000 naira because of the increase of the fuel. Because then when fuel was something 930, we're cutting hair 500 naira. But now we do cut hair 8,000 naira. That is 1,000 naira.
Residents are advised to manage their funds by knowing what is best needed and not needed at a specific time in order to adapt and live comfortably in this economy. Glorious Isiramin reporting for BeeTv News. And now we'll be taking a short break. Do stay with us.
My fellow Edo citizen, shey you know say the Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency don turn that gidigba by law to regulate and collect revenue for all signage and outdoor advertisement inside we Edo State. These include all signboards, billboards, banner or anything wey show and tell the public that business wey you dey do. Register and pay your advert or signage permit today. Visit EDSA office for inside Palm House, Block A, Floor 6, or make you green our telephone number 0906 3947365 or 08074454 EDSA don position to take serve you better o. The business wey you dey do wey no get sign na sign say you no get business na im be that o. This message is brought to you by Edo State Signage and Advertisement Agency.
Original no be fake, quality plenty. Original no be my mind. Authentic no be my mind. Original no be fake, quality plenty. EDS for quality plenty. Na EDS for quality plenty. Na EDS for emotion, super satin, super mato, gravitas plenty day, texture plenty day, and the high quality emotion. Now for EDS, you know go fake the line. Now for EDS.
EDS Quality Paints, Kilometer 12, Benin Sapele Road by Ogege Quarters, Benin City, or our branch office, 68 Sapele Road, opposite former Edo State Library, now ShopRite.
Contact us today on 090-5320-6873. EDS Quality Paints, giving your walls life. Yes.
Welcome back. The famous Nigerian gospel musician Mercy Chinwo has accused her former manager Ezekiel Onyedikachi, known as EZT, for threats to her life. The singer made the allegation on Tuesday after a trending video on her Instagram page. BeeTv News Gift Wagwe has the details of this and more from the entertainment world.
This is coming barely 2 weeks after Chinwo dragged EZT, who is the owner of her former record label, Easy Concepts, to court over alleged diversion of $345,000 royalties. The Lagos State Federal High Court issued an arrest warrant to the Nigerian Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to secure EZT's appearance in court after. Reacting to the development, Easy in an Instagram post denied the allegations and accused Chinwo of lying despite singing about Jesus. Coming out to speak for the first time in a now trending video, the singer described EZT as an oppressor and accused him of bullying her after replacing the original contract signed with a record label in 2017 and 2019 without her knowledge. American singer Bruno Mars has expressed excitement after hitting a new milestone on Spotify. On January 27, Mars became the first artist to reach 150 million monthly listeners in Spotify history. Reacting via his Instagram story, the singer urged his fans to keep streaming his music. He declared that he would soon be out of debt given the massive streams he is receiving. He said, and I quote, "Keep streaming, I'll be out of debt in no time," he wrote. Spotify is one of the highest paying streaming platforms in the world. Lastly, on entertainment, Nigerian rap powerhouse Odumodu Black, also known as the Industry Machine, has once again ignited social media with the fresh snippet of his upcoming track, Legolas. Shared on social media, the teaser immediately grabbed attention, showcasing his signature gritty lyricism and hard-hitting delivery over an infectious beat. Fans have been quick to speculate about the inspiration between the title, Legolas. The legendary actor from The Lord of Rings is known for precision that Odumodu Black consistently brings to his music. Whether symbolic of a sharp flow or relentless approach to the rap game, the track already carries a powerful aura. With excitement building, fans are eagerly awaiting more details of the full release. That's it on Entertainment News tonight. Gifts Uwagwe reporting for BeeTv News.
High cost of furniture in the recent time has become a thing of concern to the citizens in Nigeria, ranging from sitting room chairs, mattress bed, wardrobe, kitchen cabinets and lots more, which an average citizen could get at a cheaper rate in the recent past, but now has become grossly unaffordable to the average Nigerian. BeeTv News' Abel Igberase reports that most residents in Benin City who could not hide their feelings about the situation lamented the upsurge.
People in Edo State are relocating to Cross River now for furniture.
The high cost of furniture in the recent years in Nigeria has become grossly unaffordable and worrisome to citizens and has even gone out of threshold of prices to the common man in the society. This has elicited reaction from most Nigerians who hardly could afford the product. They say it is hard time the government adjusts its economic policies and programs.
Now the subsidy, when they remove, as fuel can't go up, diesel can't go up. That's so the whole material go up. Because most of the things we would they use now diesel, they say they do them. Wood, it go up. Foam, go up. Everything about the chair go up. Even the money where we would sell now. Before Mr. President remove subsidy, if we sell chair 300, now big profit would they make. Since we remove, if you sell at 1 million, you know they complete them again. How much more you want to make profit inside?
So anything the government know how they can help us in terms of furniture, because we are not going to be sitting down. We have to get furniture for bed, for all uses, or any other thing is being used for.
The major aspect of everything is that now wood then be chair, not be cloth really matter. Because before wood go come outside for bush, you even go where they sell, you don't go see better wood buy for them. So the process of getting good wood these days is hard. Because if you don't use original better wood do chair, if you sell and they go carry and come back, okay, some people carry army soldier come arrest you, come they harass you. Say because when they buy you tell them say na very nice chair. Why you come say buy and never reach 2-3 months, you don't the dust. So that is the reason why it be like that. So and if you ask them why would not the day where they see wood buy again, they will tell you say those people when government put wood, whether forest guard whatsoever, even the police, the money when they collect is too much.
Some furniture makers at Ikpobahi, Benin City, including one Mr. Stephen, the MD of Stevie Standard Furniture, and his colleague Mr. Lucky Abbott, the MD God Knows Furniture, and some others, while speaking on the issue, said the furniture business has suffered setback in the recent time following the high cost of wood and other materials they use to make the product, leading to the high cost of selling to customers.
The material where would they use? We know if they buy the material. Before chair, would they see chair 350, chair 400. Now, the material what would they do this chair? We know if they afford them. Cloth don't go up, foam go up, wood go up. Now sometimes we get where they sell wood. We know we see wood buy because they don't feel carry wood come for bush. Because these are two general, they feel they carry wood come. That's why the problem where we get now. If they can help us. Because we cannot produce, we cannot sell.
Nothing we can do because we don't already do the business. We cannot leave the work like what we know now. Not feeling capital go they do mechanic. I'll see the beer and they go high B. I'll the manager. Customer they complain. Why? Because they know they feel afford the price again. That is why when you do things down now, the thing go there. Why? Because you know if you do high, you can't sell them below your cost price.
Ebe Igboraise, reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the world of sports, where Lewis Skelly ban overturned after Arsenal appeal. Butler suspended again after walking out of practice. Hamilton continues Ferrari testing in Barcelona. Neymar set for Santos after Al Hilal deal terminated. And Arsenal teenager Haven on brink of Man United move. For more on this and other trending sports stories, let's join BeeTv News sports correspondent Freeman Osawe.
Arsenal's defender Miles Lewis Skelly 3-match ban imposed for a red card at Wolves on Saturday has been overturned. The Gunners appealed against the decision to send off the 18-year-old, and an independent regulatory commission upheld their claim of wrongful dismissal, the Football Association confirmed. Lewis Skelly was shown a straight red card after fouling Matt Doherty, with referee Michael Oliver deemed it serious foul play. Doherty was just outside the Wolves' box as he mounted a counter-attack in the 43rd minute. The decision was initially upheld by Darren England, who was the video assistant referee. Wolves later went down to 10 men after Joao Gomez second yellow on 70 minutes before Ricardo Calafori 74th minute strike gave Arsenal a 1-0 win. Jimmy Butler has been suspended indefinitely by the Miami Heat after a continued pattern of disregard of team rules. The 6-time NBA All-Star certified had already been suspended twice by his team this month for disciplinary issues, ruling him out of 9 matches. The Heat said he walked out of a team practice on Friday and has now been suspended again without pay. The suspension is due to a continued pattern of disregard of team rules, engaging in conduct detrimental to the team and intentionally withholding services, a statement said. Lewis Hamilton is continuing his preparation for the Formula One season by testing for his new Ferrari team at the Circuit de Barcelona, Catalonia this week. The 7-time champion and teammate Charles Leclerc both drove a 2023 F1 car at the home of the Spanish Grand Prix on Tuesday. Hamilton is building his experience with Ferrari following his initial acclimatization run at their Faona test track in Italy last week. The team are doing everything they can to ensure Hamilton is as prepared as possible for the new season after 12 years with Mercedes. Hamilton is learning Ferrari's procedure and building his working method with new race engineer Riccardo Adami as driver and team learn how best to work with others. The 40-year-old drove in the afternoon, taking over the car from Leclerc, who drove the morning session. No further details have been released about the test, which is being held behind closed doors. Ferrari are expected to run for 3 days in Spain, although they are limited as to how many laps the driver can complete. Neymar is set for Santos after Al Hilal deal terminated. The 32-year-old Brazil record goal scorer is expected to sign a short-term deal at the club where he began his career. The termination of his contract at Al Hilal was considered the biggest step, according to sources close to Neymar. It ends an injury-hit spell in Saudi Arabia, where he played just 7 times for the club. He joined in a 77.6 million euro deal in August 2023. The attacker made 2 appearances this season, most recently as a substitute in November. United signed striker Chido Obi Martin from the Gunners in October, and the 17-year-old has already impressed in the club's FA Youth Cup campaign. Now the Old Trafford outfits are expecting to successfully conclude negotiations with 18-year-old central defender Heaven, who made his senior debut as a substitute in an EFL Cup win at Preston. Although Arsenal do not want to lose Heaven, the London-born player knows the path to regular first-team exposure is blocked, as Mikel Arteta has a number of senior defenders who are all performing well. In contrast, United are on the path to try and massively improve their recruitment, which has been so poor in recent times. And that's it on Sports News.
And now we've come to conclusion for tonight's news. Thank you for watching. Good night.